Hello everyone. So in the last session we saw about table creation, data element creation, domain creation, and how to use it. We saw the views also that we will be using it in our SAP programs. Okay, so today we'll create one. We'll discuss about the classical reports or the reports in SAP. So mostly we have two reports available in SAP. The first one is classical report, and the one we call it as interactive report. Okay. So how do we create reports? We have to go to SE38T code, which is our program editor or ABAP editor. We'll go to SE38. Here we'll give one name called G classical report. Okay, I'll give one as well. Okay. So before going to that classical report, what is classical report in SAP? Okay. So interactive report we'll see later. First we'll look into the classical report. So what is classical report? So classical reports are the old reports which we used to get in SAP. We can see the information about the details PR, PO, GR, SR, MM or any finance related data in one output screen. Okay. That with that the business can analyze the data or see the information in system. Okay, if you want to define this classical report, so we can say it is an ABAP program which generate a single list called as a basic list that contains a complete and detailed information. Okay, so we can write queries to get the information which is we required, like for PR, PO, GR, MR, or any other business applications. Okay, so classical report is nothing but it's something which will display some data, okay, in the form of rows and columns in a single output screen. So that's how we can define the classical reports. Okay, we'll create one classical report and we'll see how it works and how we can create one. Okay, so we'll say demo classical report and type as executable will take and save it. Save it as a local object because we are not going to import the TR to another system. So that's how the screen looks like. And now we will be creating one programs to display the output in the screen. Okay. Before going to this program list, there is something called event. We have events in SAP Classical Report as well as in SAP ALV interactive reports also. So okay. So what are events here? So events are nothing but the on some actions would happen. Okay, it's on some when we are performing some activity or when the program gets executed or something will happen. That time some another events would occur or the activities would happen. So we write the code accordingly to display or show the things in event part also. So that will also we see in the classical reports. Okay, and now we'll create one demo program and we'll see how the report looks like. Okay, so I'll be using the table Mara here, table Mara. Okay, and first see, either we can use all the fields of Mara or we can use the some fields of Mara. So if I want to use some fields, then I will be creating a local structure here. So how do we create the local structure? We have to define the structure with the keyword called types. I'll say begin of ty underscore Mara, and I'll close this block here itself, ty underscore Mara. Now this is a change statement, so we have to give comma for the new line item which we want to add inside that. If it change is not there, then it will give an error. Okay. So I'll just use some of the fields from Mara table, which I have already, if I'll go to table Mara, so I'll be taking some 5 or 6 field till I'm start. Okay. So either I can copy from here likewise, or I'll just be typing it. Okay. So I'll just copy this field from here and we'll remove the mandate part because this is not required. I'll take the maintainer as type, maintainer. Include is not required because we are directly giving the field name, and we'll end it with comma so that a new line will be there. Type ERSTA only because I have worked on this part, so I know the table and field names. So while you are working on, you will be having experience, and then you will remember the types also sometime. Or if you are not remembering, just go to the table and get the type from data element from the table also. So I'll just give LAEDA, and type for AE name is AENAM, comma, type VPSTA. We'll give the next type as PSTAT underscore D. We have data element for this as a D. Then type for LVOM is LVOMA, same only. And type is MTART only. Okay. So, and see, if I want to do this petty printer thing, like one by one, I have to do this indentation. There's no require, just click on the petty printer and it will come in the sequence automatically. Okay. And it saves our hard work. It saves our works to do it manually. Let's check if any syntax error or if I have given some wrong thing. Okay. So MTART is not, okay, I have mistake done and then MTART. So you should always check the syntaxes before going to the next statement so that you will be knowing, okay, where it is getting wrong or some issue is there. Okay. Now we have created this table. Okay. Now I'll be creating a data. See, we have seen here like how to get the data. So we need internal tables to store the data which we will fetch for these fields from the table Mara. Okay. So I'll be getting two internal tables. One internal table called IT underscore Mara, also LT local table underscore Mara, type table of, see, here we are not using directly assignment of like a type standard table of Mara. So Mara we are not directly giving. What we are giving is we are giving the local structure and it has less fields. So we'll be giving only type table of. Okay. There's no need to give type standard table of, and then we can copy this structure name and comma. Okay. Now here we can give work area also, WA underscore Mara, type, and then give the same section name. See, like if you want to read the line items or rows, table data in line by line, we need work area. Okay. So we need a work area also. So here we have created a work area with type Mara and the table type of TY Mara. So this will hold us all the records, and WA Mara will hold the data when we are reading the statement or when we are doing the loop statement. So one by one it will hold the entries in the WA Mara thing. Okay. Now let's fetch the information from Mara. Okay, let's activate this first so that we should not have any error. Okay. So now we can write some queries like select. I'll say these fields only. Okay. So, but I'll do a copy from the table. So that it will be easy to copy all the fields. So I'll take starting all 6 fields till I'm start. Select, and I'll remove this include and part. Okay. Now if I press petty printer, it will come automatically in the same place. Okay. And yeah, so from, we have to tell which table we are going to fetch the data. So from Mara. Okay. And into, we have to tell like which table we are going to put the, so we have created one internal table called IT Mara. We'll fill the information into IT Mara into table. Okay, we have to tell explicitly if it is variable, no need to give the table. Okay, in HANA we have concept, we can assign the value directly in the variable, but in ECC we use the table things. Okay, into table IT LT underscore Mara. Okay, if you want to give some conditions, okay, now let's suppose Mara will have a lot of data, right? Some 1 lakh or 2 lakh record. If you want to filter it, I can filter with where condition, where mtart equals to, I'll give as FERT. FERT is I think finished product, and we'll close the statement with period. Okay, now let's check if any error is coming. Okay, there is no syntax error, so I'll just save it and activate it. Okay, So till here, what we have done is we have created our local structure, like for the fields which we want to use in the system or the program. We have created our local internal tables. We have created our select query. With that, we will be fetching the information. Okay. So once it is done, it is recommended that we always do a size RC check. So what is size RC? So size RC is a system field which SAP has given to check if any last statement which got executed was executed properly or not. Okay. So it holds a value, like some values say 0, 4, 8, all those things. If everything is fine, okay, the last statement got executed correctly or without any issue, then the size of RC will return as 0. Okay. So we'll be just giving, okay, if it is written 0 or there is no issue in the last query, just sort the table. Okay. So we'll be sorting the table with our primary keys. So it is always recommended that we sort the table with primary keys. There can be multiple primary keys you can give in the sort statement, or you can give only one primary key. So and with the same only we have to use the other statement called read statement or loop statement. So accordingly we should give the condition in those statement as well. Okay. So I'll just read this sort table with lt underscore Mara, and here we have two options. Okay, if I'll press control and space, I can see there are two, three, four options available. One is ascending, the another one is descending, or if you are not giving any ascending or descending, we can directly give the field name by, I'll say, Meitner. Okay, so it will automatically sort the statement ascending by Meitner number. Okay, or if you want to give explicitly, you can give the ascending keyword also, and it will take the ascending numbers here. So now this thing is done. Okay. Now we want to write, we want to, like, if I'll execute it, the thing will happen. The program will just execute. Okay. I'll just activate it one more time. And if I'll execute, something happen, but we are not able to see. How we can see is we need something to show as output. So how we can see the output? We have to do a write command over here. Write, I'll say my first program and type. So we have some messages. This we can use write. Right, okay, not a message, write only we can use. So if I just give my first program, it will only write this my first program in the output screen. Okay, let's see that. I'll just execute it with this button, which is our executing or direct processing button. If I'll do that, it will write my first program. But we don't want to write that. We need the data which we have fetched from the table. So how we can do it? We have to write. Okay, and how we can write is see, now what will happen, we will get a lot of data from these tables ILT Mara and from the Mara table, okay, with based on the condition which we have given for it. So what we have to do is we will have how we can write this in the screen. See, one by one, if we have only one data, directly we can write variables or anything in the screen. But when we comes to the table data, we always have to loop. Okay, loop to the table. Okay, and now it will hold our all the information, all the records which will be fetched from Mara table, and we have to assign this into some work area, like it has to read line item one by one. So I'll say into and then work area name. Yeah, so let's check if any syntax error. There's no syntax error. Okay, now all the data, if we get any data in this table, it will loop all the data one by one to this internal this work area, and we will be able to access that. Okay, now we'll be getting all the data which is there in the anti-Mara table in work area one by one, and accordingly we will write on the screen. Okay, how we can write? So we have seen this keyword called write. Okay, and then we have to give the reference of this work area. So if I'll just go here, and if I'll just press hyphen button, control space, it will show me all the fields available for writing. See, we cannot use directly internal table here because it is a type of table, not a single line item thing. So if I'll give here, it will not give me any suggestion. But there might be a chance that we give the table type as with header line or without header line. That time we'll see that part later. So that allows us to directly utilize the table in as a work area also. Okay. So right now we'll be using WMRA hyphen. I'll take first Meitner number. Okay, we'll give comma. See, now we have given a colon here, so we can use the comma. If you're not giving only one character at a time, only one field at a time, we can utilize. See, the red comma came as red, so we cannot use more than one field. Again, I have to write the same thing down also to get it multiple times. So if I want to show you how it will looks like, so I'll just give ERSTA. Let's save it and activate it. Okay, and I'll just give execute. See, this came in a format. I can write one thing here and it should go to the new line. So how we can give the new line is we have to give this keyword and save it and activate again. This is a forward slash we can give to give it a new line, and it will come in the new line. See, every time. So two fields came one by one. So if we have 10 or 15 fields, accordingly, no need to give 15 right statement. What we can do is we can utilize a change statement, which colon, and here only I can utilize the same line. So with comma, this would also you print. Okay, I'll remove this right thing. I'll keep it. I'll leave it here. Okay, that also we can do. I can just copy this print also, this forward slash, which will help us to write the statement in the new line. Okay, and remove this right statement. Now we'll give the third field also. Okay, let's give the third field. So third field is ERNAM. So let's copy this so that no need to type again and again all the part. ERNAM, comma, we can give LAEDA, comma, we can give AENM, comma, BPSTA, comma, PSTAT, comma, LWOM. See, our line has got very much increase, and it's not advisable to go more than 72 or 13 character, 72 or 75 characters. So what I'll do, we can break the line in two parts. Okay, so it's easy to understand and readable format. Okay, and then last field I'll give as mtart. Okay, now we have given this rewrite statement. We are looping the table in WMRA. Okay, let's check that. So save it, check it. If any error, there is no error, so just activate it. Okay, before that I'll just pretty printer it so that it's in readable format. Okay, and activate the button again. Now if I'll execute it, it will show me all the data in the line format. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, all the matter came in the line, and the other values are also coming in the line. You might be seeing these spaces, right? So why these spaces comes and how it comes is it depends on the field length of the variable. So if you see here, it is coming for the first field. So this might be some 18 character, and that's the reason it's reserving 18 character here, and the next field is coming here. Okay, so likewise it will come in the classical report. Okay, here we have not given any header, that also can be given. So how we can give the header here, I'll just show here, go back. So we'll put one more right statement here in the top. So how we can do is in the right. Okay, I'll just give copy it from this system. Okay, let's copy it. I'll just save it for now, and we'll open one table, SE69, SE11. Go to Mara and then display. So I'll take the top fields values till mtart, which we have used till here. We have used till material type, copy it, and then I'll just paste it here. Okay, so and let's format it, okay, properly. So I'll just give here right, then comma, we'll write, okay, this is not required, then comma, created on is required because we have taken the field, then comma, name of person who created the object. Okay, comma, date of last change. So I forgot the comma here, comma, name of the person who changed the object. Okay, and let's go to the next line because it's getting very much ahead. So okay, so we'll just give single quotes and then comma and give the second line. And see why we are giving this outside the loop is, if we give this inside the loop, it will print multiple times the loop runs. Okay, but header comes only first. Okay, that's the reason we are giving only one time, which is outside the loop. So it will make us easy, the program easy to see, and the output. Okay, we, and then dot. Okay, so 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9, 9 field we have taken. Let's suppose 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. Yeah, all are matching. Let's save it and activate it and F8. See, it came in this way. Okay, so we can tackle this situation also. We can give the small name, or we have some event available. With that also we can give our header and footer also. So likewise, if material number came here, created on came here, person came here, so all those things can be tackled with some keyword, like we can give the spacing, we can give some space also here, like after the new character, or we can give color also. So those we'll see in the upcoming sessions. Okay, for now we'll not see that, so I'll just remove this because it's not looking good. So we'll just save it and activate it, execute. So that's how the data looks in our classical report. Okay, now what we'll do is, we'll create one see, this we have taken the data directly from the table without any input parameters, or what is input parameters and all, so we'll learn now. So we have directly fetched the data from the table, so that is not the usual scenario we get it from business. We always get some, it is not a best practice also, because it will create a performance issue in the tables when we are fetching the data without any condition. Okay, so now what we'll do, we'll create one selection screen, and we'll give one parameter, and in that only we should always get the database on that. Okay, and if you don't get the data, we'll giving some kind of message also. Okay, so let's go up and see, we always try to give the selection screen after the top or format or the data thing. So first always create the types or local structure, always create the internal table. After that we follow the practice to create the selection screen. Okay, so how we can create a selection screen, then we can create the, we have two options available, or multiple options available. Like if I'll give space. Okay, we have parameters, we have radio buttons, we have check boxes, we have text boxes, we have multiple input parameters available. Based on the requirement we can choose any of them. For now we'll be taking parameters or the select options. Okay, so these are two mostly used input methods we use in SAP. So what is select options and what is parameters, I'll show one by one. So for select options, we have to use this keyword called select options. Okay, and we give the naming. First we have to tell the variable name. I'll say as underscore or maintainer. Okay, type. So for select option, type keyword does not work. Okay, we work with four keywords, so it directly link the information from the table, and we can see the value directly from the table. So it's kind of search help also it provides when we are executing or searching that information from the system. Okay, so we'll give Mara underscore, and it will take the direct reference from the Mara maintainer. Okay, so if I just save it, check it and activate it, try to execute the button, see we got one selection screen here. Now we can fill the multiple values. We have one more select options available, input parameters available, what we call it as parameters. Okay, parameters. So how we define it, we use the word p at first so that it's clear that we are using parameter. So it makes us easy, okay, to when someone is reading your code or analyzing the code, they will be able to understand, okay, you have used as parameter for some kind of a query. Okay, and here the for keyword does not work. If I'll give Mara, see it is not accepting, right? Then we can give directly type Matter or mtart I'll take, because matter we have already taken mtart. Let's check how it works. And if I'll execute here, see, if you are able to see the difference here, see, when we give a select option, we got two boxes, and what is two boxes? It behaves like a range. Like we can give 1 to 10, 1 to 50, 30 to 100. Likewise, range we can give, or we can give multiple values like 10, 15, 17, 19, all those values, or some other values also we can give based on that input parameters. Okay, we can give the range, we can exclude the single values, like those operations can also be performed in the select options. But coming to the parameters, we can always give one value at a time. In the select option, we can give multiple values, and in the p parameter, we can give only one value at a time. Okay, I think it's clear. Anyone has any doubt? Okay, good. Okay, now if you are able to see these labels, okay, it is taking the field name which we have given. So it is not the sense like the user will not be able to understand what is this field, Metner, MTAR. These are technical names which we use while writing the code. The user should be aware, okay, what is this field, then it should be some meaningful name should be there. So how we can do that? We have to go back, and if you go to the go to option, here we see the option called text element. Okay, if you click on the text element, okay, here we have selection text. See, text symbols we can use for our messages, for our headings, or anything which you want to use in the program. But for the input screen, we use always selection text. Okay. Now here we can give as matter. Okay, I'll give as a material number. If you want to give any name, I'll say material num also I can give, and press enter. Okay, and save it and activate it. I'm not giving for another one. I'm keeping it for your reference. We'll use it later. And if I'll execute this one, now our label has come as material num, which we have given. Okay. Now you'll be seeing it that we have given this as a reference from the table. Okay. We have given the reference from Mara Matner. So you might be knowing that what is the label available for Mara Matner. So how can we see the labels for this? If I just click on the Matner data element, and we can go to field labels. See here, the labels are maintained as material, material, material. So if you want to utilize that one, how we can use that? So there in the program, we get an option to utilize that also. So if I'll go to option text element, and here go to selection text, and there is some checkbox coming here. See, okay, DDIC reference. So DDIC is data dictionary reference, which Mara is a DDIC table, and the Matner is a data element which of DDIC object. So if I just click on that and click on enter, see, it has taken the description from the labels itself. This we have not given any check or something, so it is still blank. Okay, it will automatically take the PM tart only. If you want to give this name as a material type, okay, so it will take material type. If we don't want to give that, if I'll just check on this button, let's see what comes. Okay, it is come as same only. So if you want to do that, that also possible. And if I'll just go back, let's see, and execute it. See, now it is coming in the proper label format, and the user will be able to understand what they have to input on those selection screen. Okay, so we have created one selection screen. Let's format this code first. Yeah, now we can put a block also. Okay, if I'll just execute this one, okay, F3, enter, execute. See, it is directly coming from here. If you want to point some box, or that it should come in some box also, we can give some label to the box. All those things can be possible. How we can give is, we can just put selection screen. Okay, there is some keyword selection screen. Okay, and we have to tell the how the block code will the where we have to put this. So we should start from begin of not screen, I'll say begin of block. We can create some kind of box. Inside that we can put these two values, and for other box we can put some other fields also. Okay, so we have to give some name also. We always give v1. It's based on business to business. Okay, and we'll give with frame also. You can give your own name, but it should start with like it can start with characters only. And I'll just copy this thing, and also, so we'll just copy from here, and we have begin it, and then we have to end it also. So I'll just say end of block. Okay, let's check if any error comes. There is no error. I think syntax check is done. Okay, we got an error. Why? Because we have not ended this. So we have to end this also and save it. Let's check it again. There's no error. Activate it and let's see. Now you will be able to see the difference. See, earlier this box was not coming actually. Okay, if you want to give the text also here, you can give some text with the text field available here. Okay, so if I just go here, uh, see title is coming. I'll just try to give ABC and let's see whether it works or not. I think let's see that. Okay, we give mostly the text element thing actually here, txt underscore 001. So which I showed you over here that go to utilities, text element, and here text symbols. So that's what we give here. Okay, so that we'll see in upcoming classes. For now, we'll leave this one. Okay. So now we have created two parameters, selection screen as maintainer, and we have created PMTART also two parameters. So now earlier we have given FERT as a default value for MTART. Now there's no need to give as a constant. So what I'll do, I'll just remove FERT and I'll give as a MTART here. So whatever value we are going to send, we'll utilize directly here. Okay, and it will activate. See, there is no error here. Now we have created one more parameter called select maintainer, right? Which is nothing but material. So this also we can utilize now. So how we can utilize? Always try to give the table condition based on the tables fields which is there in the table. So first maintainer is there. Always try to give maintainer first in the where conditioner, and if mtart is first, then give the mtart first. So here mtart is coming on the sixth or ninth character, right? So I'll give this as a later, and I'll give maintainer first. Okay. So this help us to improve the performance when we are searching for any record in the table. So if I'll give this mtart equal to as maintainer, okay, and okay, so let's save it. See, now it is not accepting this. Okay, why not accepting? Because we have given two fields. So either we have to give or condition or and condition. So what I'll say and give the next parameter. Okay. So why I'm doing this mistake so that you will be able to see it and okay, you will understand okay where it may go wrong. Okay. And now if you'll see, we have given equal to parameter. So how it behaves, like if you're utilizing this as maintainer, right? So as maintainer should always come use in with operator called in operator. So it behaves as an internal table. If I want to see this as maintainer, okay, and go here as maintainer. So if let's show you in this debug mode how it works like. So I'll first put a debugger over here. Okay, we'll not go further before checking that. Okay, it is activate first. Put a debugger and let's execute it. So if I just simply execute it, see if I just want to click on the as maintainer and see here, it is coming as a table, a structure. So total four fields it has, and it has zero rows available. Like internal table which we have created, right? This is the internal table which we created. If you want to see here, it has total 9 field, okay, but 0 rows. It does not contain any data inside this table. Similar way, the selection screen parameter which we give as a select option behaves. Okay, it behaves like a internal table. Okay, so if I'll see here, it is there, the table. So we have to fill this information one by one, or if you do not give equal sign, right? If you give equal sign here, it will behave like a structure or only support the first value which is available in the screen. So that we'll see you now. Okay, both the things. So let's execute this first. I don't think it will take time. Yeah, so we'll go back, and if I'll just give equal sign over here, okay, and we'll remove this condition for now. Activate and execute, And if I'll give some number called 88, okay, and we'll give number like 89 also. I think we had see two records for this, and execute. If I want to see in that as maintainer what it is going to pass, so we have two values over here which we are going to pass to the system, I equal to 88 and 89. Okay. Now when it comes to the program execution, F5, okay, only one record will be selected, I guess. Nothing got selected, and science hours got failed. Okay, what is science hours for means the statement which was there on the top, it got failed. Okay, we cannot utilize directly equal sign over here with our selection field. So if I just go back, okay, execute, come back, and we'll give ins operator here. Okay, in, and let's try now. We'll again give the same values, 88 and 89. 88 and 89, execute it, and let's see now how many values got populated. So if I just put F5, see size of RC value is 0 now. If you want to see the table content, we got two rows over here. One is for material 88 and another one is for 89. Okay. See that also we can utilize. How we can utilize? I think let me go back, and we can give equal to, and then we have to tell them low or high. I guess I think this is the option which we can give. Let's see that. This I have not used for a long time, so let's try that now. So if I'll give 88 and 89 and try to execute it, put F5 now once. See size of RC is 0. Okay. Now IT Mara. See it fetches only one row. Why? Because it behaves like a work area or the one line at a time. That's the reason we got only one value, and that is for 88. The first one it took, the second one it does not take, and that is the reason we give the in operator so that it behaves like a table and multiple rows it should fetch. Hope it's clear, guys. Any doubt? Great. So we'll give this one also. See, if I'll give in here, okay, it's not accepting in. Why? Wait. Okay, let's try and check. Any syntax error is there? See, it gave me an error. Why? Low is not internal table. Okay, this is for this one because it is not an internal table and we cannot use in with the internal. That's how we, with the debugging and while doing the correction, we get the learning actually. Okay. See here, P mtard is not an internal table. Okay. So it is saying it is not an internal table. Then why are you giving the in operator? Okay. Then fine. What I'll do, I'll just give the equal operator here and save it. So if I want to check the syntax again, there is no error and it's working fine. I'll just press enter. Okay. Let's execute it. And again, I'll execute. Let's see how many records will come. Because we have not given any selection screen, it will fetch all the information based on the material Mara table and it will show us on the screen. Okay, if I just F5, let's see how many records was used. Okay, one record was used because we have given this as a blank. I think that might be one of the reason. Okay, so this record got read. This is some record we got because where their mtart value was blank, so that's the reason. Okay, now execute it. Because if you are giving as a blank, it will not work. Okay, so we have to give at least one value to this type FERT, or we have to give this operator as OR operator we have to give. So if I'll just execute now and F5, then if I'll check here in the table how much record we have, see we have got 5,222 records. That's how we learn like while debugging how many records are coming, which condition might be falling, how we should give the operator. Okay, all those things we should be knowing it before proceeding for the programs actually. So if I just execute normally, it will show all the data available for FERT type. Okay, if you want to restrict only for let's suppose 88 or 89, so that also we can give 88 89. If I'll execute, it will show me the data only for two records. So let's just execute, so it shows only two records. If I want to give, see here we have given multiple options. Okay, and let's suppose I gave 100 also. If 100 is available, it will come. So let's see whether 100 is available or not. and it is not available, so that's the reason it is not coming for fur type. What else we can give here? We can just remove all these three. Okay, we can give the range also, like it should uh, it should be available within this range. So how we can give the range is, I'll say the maintainer should be existed from 1 to 100. Okay, I need all the materials from 1 to 100 with this material type. We will execute. So we got only two material with this range, 88 and 89. So accordingly also the select options is helpful to get the data. Uh, any doubt till here, guys? Anyone? If no doubt, then we can move ahead. Okay, great. One more thing over here. See, if you are giving any using any select option or as maintainer, and we gave a type here for Mara, before that we should always introduce the table in the top that we are going to use that Mara table. In that, if I do not introduce here is Mara, and if I want to use it here in the select option, if I'll save it and let's actively check that, it will give me an error saying Mara is unknown. So we have to tell the program explicitly that Mara is a table which is there in our system. Okay. So I'll just execute and save it and check it. Now it will not give me any error. Okay. So for now we have seen like how to create the local structure. Okay. How to create the internal table and the work area. Okay. We can create the work area with one more type, like in last session we have seen we can directly keep w underscore Mara, and like operator we can use if we already have a replica. Okay, we have to give comma here, and we can utilize that itmara. See, itmara is uh, itmara is type table of tymara. Okay, we can use the type or like also. So this we'll see later. Okay, so for now we'll just save it. We created a block, we created a select options, we created a parameter type. We can create parameters like check boxes, radio button. We can disable or enable the screen also. So those kind of things are possible in SAP ABAP. Okay, that can also be done. We saw we just used the select query to fetch some information from the Mara table in a local internal table. We read the table and display the data in write statement. Okay, in the write statement also we have multiple options available. We can give like spacing. If I want to give some space, like we can give 20 likewise. Then after 20 space it will print this information. 20 spaces. We can give the color name also. So if I would give color, so we'll say red. Okay, or we can give some number also. I think we have to give some numbers here. Okay, so those things also possible, we'll see in the upcoming sessions. Okay, and along with that we have something called event. Okay, what is event here is like if I'm executing this program, before executing we want some value to be auto filled in the system. Like if you want a pmart, so what we can do is either I can give as a default value pmart. Okay, I can give the default value here is default. Okay, as fart, fert, or what we can do is we can write some logic. Okay, like today it's 9th 5th of 4th of September. Okay, so today it should select fart. Okay, if it is 4th of September we can select for some other type. So that kind of logic also we can write in initialization tab or any other tabs. Okay, so there we can take the current date time, current time also. Those things can be utilized with the event part. Okay, so we have some 8 to 10 events available called initialization event, top of page event, uh, end of page event, start of selection, end of selection. So all those we will learn one by one. So what it will do, like when we are printing this information here, okay, in the output screen, this is we call this as output screen. We can give the top of page heading here, we can give the footer heading over here. Okay, we can use some check boxes over here, we can use some double click event over here. Okay, we can provide some logo if required. Okay, all those things can be done with the help of events. Okay, we can validate the fields value, all those things. So that we'll see in upcoming session. Okay, if anyone has any doubt, I think I'll stop the recording, we'll discuss on that.